I'm still here with Amy because I went to my messages and I'm just going to read you out what this message says. It's Denzel. We already have 5G. You're probably using right now off your home computer router. Sorry, your home router. Seriously, look at your router. It more than likely uses 2.5 or 5G in a split bandwidth. We've been using it for years. I use it for my games and videos. You go to the settings and pick which one you want, 2.5 or 5G. Here's a link to show you my own personal network in 5G. Everyone is already using it, even you, for about 3 or 4 years, and then he repeats it. So thank you, Denzel. What do you make of that, Amy?
Well, that's very interesting. And I was saying, if I think if that's true, that may be why my father, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor last March, and I feel like maybe that had something to do with it. Because he was a very healthy person. He took good care of himself, and then right out of nowhere, he just was diagnosed with this brain tumor, and he lost his fight against it in December. But I do believe that the 5G would have had something to do with it. So it's quite interesting that he says it's already around, because we never had any kind of history of anything like that in our family, and I've been blaming different environmental things, and so that makes sense to me if it really is here. Not that my father, he did use a computer quite frequently, but he didn't use cell phones, but he did use the computer. And just the waves in the air and everything that this would create, I think, could contribute to people getting cancer, like my dad. So it's pretty alarming, but I think that they're going to be rolling it out even more than it might already still be here, but I think they're like vamping it up,
What the hell are they doing to us?
I don't know, and like we were saying in a hangout with Cece, that we don't really need things to be so much faster. Things are fast enough as they are, and we don't. How fast do we need them?
Because they're always telling us that everything's going to get better, but it doesn't. We've got now,
That's
the president with a blob on his face. But Amy, I'm going to leave you with the last word, because this is just a short one, but I hope people can see that Denzel saying that we already have 5G.
Yes, yeah, I just think it's very alarming that we have something that can be so deadly to the people, because I've been seeing for a couple years, I was in different videos, that the 5G is very bad for people, because people who worked with it at the airports, it was making them very sick. They had to work with 5G very close to the x-ray machines that they use, and it made them very sick. And so it's just not a good thing. And I'm sorry to hear that they have put something out there just for the technology and not considering the people and how it's affecting them. So it's really, I think it's really a shame, actually. Yeah,
it's got to be something else
like
that they're calling 5G or letting us believe. I mean, I find it quite incredible that, this whole thing which we think they're putting in, and all those towers and that, there doesn't seem to be any proper testing, yet they're able to do all this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I think too.
There's no, how things go through governments, and then they have to have sitting sessions and then agree it, and then blah, blah, blah. This whole thing seems to be happening right in front of us, and there's nothing, it's just there's just so much missing.
I agree. It's so much missing. And they haven't had any proper testing or anything, and they don't even care. So it's really horrible to do this to the people. It's very discouraging and dismaying to do this to the people.
And, it's the lying. We're fed up of the lying. I'm so fed up with it. Once you see it, Amy's seen it. Many people have seen it. Other people
Yes.
know it through other things. But on this channel, I've tried to show you through my videos. Once you see it, you cannot go back and pretend there's something not wrong.
That's right.
But
Yes.
anyway,
You can never go back.
on that note, Amy, we just wanted to show those messages. Thank you, Denzel, very much for leaving those messages. What's everybody's
Yes.
thoughts about? We're already using 5G, so what is going on? Amy?
Yes.
Chat room again.
Karen, yes. Love to the chat room too. God bless everyone.
Oh, bless you too, Amy.
Oh, thank you, Karen. Bless you too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.